That's pretty cool. Robert Englund on Halloween. That's a great one. You should cover that, Karen. Are you covering that? Are you covering that, Karen? Now, Robert Englund, the most famous Freddy Krueger. Bad location. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's cool. Robert Englund is getting his star on the Walk of Fame tomorrow. On Halloween. Very fitting. I think Freddy Krueger was as a kid, that was my favorite costume I ever did. It was the coolest. I just felt the coolest being Freddy Krueger. I was Freddy Krueger one year, and I just felt so menacing. I had the glove. The mask was super cool. The hat and the sweater. I had the sweater. That was probably my favorite costume as a kid. It felt neat to be that villain at the time too. It's like the coolest costume. TJ Storm, what's up? Welcome back, TJ. JFK American, 9 minutes, fantastic. Let's stick around here then. 9 minutes, T-minus 9 minutes. Let's go hang out at the Mike Tyson Memorial Plaza. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, my favorite Halloween song, my favorite Halloween song is Ghetto Boys. Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Bravo B, bravo. This year, Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys were trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags, until an old man got inside up. That was Bushwick Bill, and one of the craziest music videos ever. Oh man, I was just listening to some Ghetto Boys yesterday. But yeah, wow, that's one. I always listen to Mind Playing Tricks on Me on Halloween. Oh, I know what's up. Sitting alone in my four-corner room staring at candles. I saw Scarface perform that live when I was 15. I saw Scarface perform Mind Playing Tricks on Me because he did his own version. Scarface had his own version of that song from The Diary. The album The Diary, I think that's Scarface's best solo album. But, it's always on my Halloween playlist. Rich is mine. Did you happen to get Robert De Niro while we were off? No, serious. No, a guy came up to me and said, "Hey, another guy came up to me and said, I live in Miami and I watch your channel all the time." And I started talking to him. I gave him a friendship bracelet. Yeah, I saw. I was at a record shop. And I lived in 1995. My freshman year of high school, I lived in Bowling Green, Ohio. My mom was getting her PhD. It was the last year of her doctorate studies. Bravo B, thank you. And I walked into this record store called Mad Hatter Records, and they had a sign in the record shop that said, Platinum Players Tour, with Too Short, Scarface, Spice One, and Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I had to go. So my mom took me and a couple friends to Toledo, Ohio. And it was at some convention center or some small stadium. And Too Short, Scarface, Spice One, they all performed. And it was amazing. But Bone Thugs didn't show up. And they waited till the end of the concert to say that Bone wasn't going to be there. And Eazy-E had just passed away. So 95? Yeah, we're pretty close. I graduated in 98. We're pretty close. I was a freshman when I saw Scarface live. And Scarface had a hit song on the radio. Well, on MTV and BET. at the time with Ice Cube called Hand of the Unalive Body, which is a chilling song. But Scarface is a very powerful musician and rapper. Rest in peace to Bushwick Bill. Matt M, 98, 99. Nice. Look, we're all just, all from the same era. Class of 98. We grew up with some great music, guys. I mean, honestly, the 90s, I mean, everything from great R&B to hip-hop to alternative, rock and roll. You name it, pop. Just pop music, standard pop music. It was awesome. It'll never be, I don't know if, I hope we can get back to a time where music is, new music is powerful and seems new, and great. And I hope some people still experience that, where they really enjoy new music from contemporary artists. I'm not. I listen to the 90s all the time. 70s amazing, 60s amazing, 50s, whatever. The 40s, 30s, 20s, 10s was good, The 1860s that was the year, 1860s. They were really good pop tunes. David's listening to some disco. He's rocking out to some Gloria Gaynor and some Bee Gees right now, Studio 54 style. Oh, you're going to see Jagged Edge. There's a nice throwback R&B group. Have fun. That sounds fun. I know, Matt, for sure. I knew you just know the songs. We had less distractions, I think. We also had a lot. Chicago blues is amazing. Yeah. I love the live music venues. Of course, Kingston Mines is a great venue in Chicago for blues. Then you have across the street, just south of Kingston Mines, you have Chicago Blues. The name of the bar is Chicago Blues Bar. That's an amazing venue. You got Buddy Guy's, I think, if that's still there, down south of the Loop. Great Chicago blues music. Blues Brothers. Hey, what's up, Isaac? Shout out, Isaac. What's up, pal? How you doing, buddy? Isaac's in the house, guys. We're waiting on this, no limo mafia, though. Where's this? Another JFK flight. Let's go upstairs and check and see if there's a limo waiting. That was our hot hand lately. Last night we saw, speaking of hot hand, we had Chelsea Handler. Last night, I wasn't able to make the ID until after the fact, and the chat spotted her. Here's another shout out for Isaac. Isaac, happy Halloween, buddy. Happy Halloween, Isaac. Enjoy Halloween, pal. See you later, bud. You should check out the Crest and Old Torrance. A lot of celebrities and musicians. Is that right? I'll have to check that out sometime. Yeah, we don't really have any big Halloween plans. So we're not dressing up. We're just gonna hang out at home and relax. And if people come to our front door, we'll give them candy. We don't even know if we're gonna have trick-or-treaters. We don't know. There is a car. This could be it. This could be something, guys. Let's post up here. No limo mafia downstairs. I say we hang right here. This is a different driver than the one that was here. Let's see if anybody comes out. Let's play the Limo Mafia game. We'll keep our eyes on the prize through here. So whoever it is likely on this JFK flight. You have this heavy limo tint. You see they call that dark, heavy limo tint. You cannot see through that at all. These limousines are designed for high-profile clientele. So photographers and onlookers can't see who's inside. You see how heavy that tint is? Wow. Now that's 100% illegal in California. In fact, if they did get pulled over, a police officer may decide to give them a fix-a ticket. They're not doing it as much as they used to, but 10 to 15 years ago, you would get pulled over for having limo tint like that. JFK has landed and it headed to gate. We have another limo pulling up, a Lincoln Navigator over by the Nikki Sixx Plaza. I call this the Nikki Sixx Plaza because the hair is like a palm tree, and we saw Nikki Sixx here, but I didn't recognize him with a hat on. And I hadn't seen Nikki Sixx in 10 years. And, he aged quite a bit in the last 10 years. When I saw him, when I saw Nikki Sixx, it was actually more than 10 years ago. It was 14 years ago. It was 2011. And he took out his camera and he filmed me, and he started talking shit. And he said, "Is your mom proud of you?" And then I tweeted at him, and we got into a back and forth on Twitter. And then the next time I got him, I said, "Hey, have you ever been in a Hollywood pool and looked up at the palm trees and said, 'Hey, that looks like my hair'?" And he liked that, and we went back and forth on Twitter about that or something. But the first time he did, he made fun of me, and he looked like Nikki Sixx did back in the 90s or 80s. But Nikki Sixx now, he's aged considerably, or he just looks different. Maybe it's the facial hair, and he was wearing a hat. I never saw him without a hat or with a hat. He always had his hair and a bandana. My favorite candy historically has always been Reese's. I mean, there's nothing like a Reese's peanut butter cup on Halloween. That was always my favorite. Also enjoyed some Twix, caramel Twix on Halloween. I always liked those. Chocolate in the freezer? Yeah, why not? Why not? Some chocolates are a little tough. Like a Snickers bar in the freezer can be kind of tough on your teeth. Not gonna lie. Might have to let that thaw out a little bit. But yeah, that truck does say Joe's. It's Joe's parking structure. Sometimes I park there. 66 degrees. It's cooled considerably since the sun is set. No, we haven't seen anyone since John Sally. We're waiting on, we have one limo here waiting, and it's most likely going to be from this JFK flight here. So Our next guest is just around the corner. Yeah, no, law's a law. Even the limousines can't have tint, you know, from my impression. But I got pulled over. I had fairly dark tint. It wasn't even that dark. I think it was 5%. And, you know, 20 is pretty dark. I don't know if that's 20%, whatever. But I got pulled over about 10, 11 years ago, a Volkswagen GTI, and I had to remove the tint. And then I had to take the car and show it to the DMV, and I had to do a fix-it ticket, or else I was going to have to pay the ticket. But you don't have to pay the ticket if it's a fix-it ticket. It's like, okay, if you fix this, you don't pay the fine. Maybe they just take the fines if they get, you know. But I don't think they enforce it the way they used to, unless the cops wanting to, you know, during a traffic stop says, hey, your tint's too dark, buddy. But then again, I don't think cops pull over limos that much. I mean, they just assume, oh, professional driver. They have some high-profile clientele. Nothing illegal here, you know. You know, that's why they call them the limo mafia. They have immunity. He's waiting here, guys. We have something big showing up. It looks like he already got word from his client that they are on their way. So I wonder who it's going to be, guys. This is an exciting moment of limousine roulette. Limo Mafia is poised for greatness here. Waiting on the next high pro. We have no idea who it's going to be. We'll have just a split second to come up with something to ask. We have no idea. Let's hope we don't freeze under pressure. This is a high-profile, high-stakes situation. Often, you can fumble when you're unprepared. And we are unprepared. No idea what's going on. It is fun not knowing. That's why I love it. It's limousine roulette. You don't know where it's going to land. You don't know who's going to come out. A world of possibilities. Could be Bad Baby. One time it was Bad Baby. Remember that? One time we were playing this game and it was Bad Baby. In a viral clip that had 1.5 million views, where she was calling out Alabama Barker, fueling the feud between the two. There you go, Limo Lottery. Yeah, we all have our different brand names, right, Melanie? Melanie calls it Limo Lottery. Rich thinks it's going to be a wealthy proctologist. Melanie, are you going to cover the party tonight? There's a party up in the Hollywood Hills, a Halloween party. I'm not going to go. But Melanie had awesome coverage of the party at Chateau Marmont. Really good coverage. Oh, I'll have to text you, Melanie. I'll text you. I'll text you in the next 20 minutes after this clip. I don't know the exact location, but you can find out. I'll tell you it's a notable residence. The driver is now poised in position. The door is open. We are going to wait. It may be someone, famous. It may be an actor, maybe an athlete, maybe a musician, or maybe just a very wealthy landowner. Could be a proprietor of could be the founder of Jimmy John's. Own a series of sandwich places. Who knows? The largest franchise owner for Pizza Hut. You never know who it's going to be here. Limousine roulette. Here we go, guys. It's Colin Farrell. It's Colin Farrell. It's legendary actor Colin Farrell. What's up, Mr. Farrell? How you doing? Hey, do you have a favorite movie of all time that you just love? Like your favorite go-to? Al Pacino last night said he loves 1928's The Passion of Joan Arc. We thought it was pretty profound.
God.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Choice. Yeah,
Do you have one?
Too ready, man.
Hey, you're the man. Take care. Happy Halloween. Oh, there you go. What do you say? What do you say? Hey, we'll take it. What did he say? Did he say something when I was talking over in there at the end? He said nothing, really. Yeah, no. He said too many. Yeah, too many, man. Look, I was thinking, could I ask him about Halloween or whatever, ask him about this. We got Pacino to talk with that. I like that question because it's like, it takes it away from them. They're actors. They should have their favorite movie, It's an easy question to answer. It's a softball question for people that don't talk, traditionally. And, and they say, hey, we got Al Pacino last night, buddy. But he's a good-looking guy, dude. He looks as good in person as he does dolled up on screen. The guy's a good-looking guy. I should have said, one time I saw him driving a Toyota Corolla. He rolls low-key, but I didn't want to blow up his spot. First time getting him, yes. That was my first time ever getting Colin Farrell. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Thank you, Mel. I'll be right back.